So today I'm supposed to tell a story from my life about how science and religion are like one and the same. And I think I always think back on um, someone who said that one day science and religion will go hand in hand and they won't be separate. Like, that was really important for me when I learned that quote. I can't remember who it's from, but basically the idea is that one day um, science will catch up to religion, and there's not going to be like what some religions view as just magic forces that just make things happen in our world. Like God just breathes and men are created. That's not really how it works. There is always a scientific reason behind everything. And so that I think was pretty important to me. And so in the New Era article, Science and Our Search for Truth, I think people do struggle a lot about life after death. I think that's one of the biggest problems that people have when comprehending religion because we can't perceive really what is beyond the veil. And I think that does, stress people out. And I think there's been a lot of like things that have been misconstrued back in the day, like the belief that the earth was flat, and at that time that was like a really religious belief was um, that was in the same, and scientists in the past have also been persecuted for their beliefs on like how the world revolved and how the world worked. And so I think that that is why a lot of people have a hard time understanding that science and religion can be the same because we as people we have matured as a society and gotten to understand how certain things do work and how God has created and done certain things. And I think that that's kind of where people do have struggles because they look at the past and be like, "Oh, hey, religion, has been kind of bad at times in society and have caused a lot of problems in the scientific world, in the moral world, and in like any sense of the word. Like manifest destiny was this huge concept back in the day, basically saying, oh, hey, we should be allowed to go and expand however we want because God says it's okay. And so science, so there's a good quote in this article that says science explains the how but stops short of explaining the why. And I think that the why is what people really do have problems with. Some people think that we are just aimlessly floating around this planet and like walking around without any purpose and that life just happened to be. And I don't really necessarily agree with that perspective because like so many things had to happen right for our planet to exist and that just seems like too convenient. And so I think that that's why people do have struggles with religion and people do have struggles with that aspect of it because it has been twisted by Satan in the past and that it's sometimes easier to believe that there is no higher purpose because then we don't have those expectations. So that's just my thoughts.